Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and this is a Muscle Central News Update. Okay, in my last update, a couple of videos ago, I gave you the date that was set for the 2021 Mr. Olympia, which is going to be in October, the weekend of October 7th. Now, in that video, I also talked about what I would call a conflict of interest. The Rock's Athleticon was scheduled to be held on the same weekend as the Olympia. Now, I got this information directly from the Athleticon website. That's where it said the inaugural event is going to be held the weekend of October 7th. Like I said, conflict of interest. Now, the Icon World Classic, which is the bodybuilding portion of the Athleticon, is going to be a IFBB sanctioned event. And it didn't really seem right that the IFBB would sanction the Mr. Olympia and the Athleticon to be held on the same weekend. Now, yes, the Athleticon, it's the inaugural event, the first one, but it's expected to be a major show and become one of the top bodybuilding shows. We have, of course, the Mr. Olympia, which is a Super Bowl of bodybuilding. The Arnold Classic, which is the number 2 bodybuilding show, Arnold Classic Ohio, which is the number 2 bodybuilding show. And rumor has it that the Athleticon was going to have a bigger payday than the Arnold Classic, possibly rivaling that of the Olympia. So to have them both on the Icon World Classic and the Mr. Olympia on the same weekend just didn't make sense. I'm sure there was some discussion behind the scenes. The promoter, the IFBB wouldn't sanction it if it was going to be held on the same date as the Olympia. So now, once again, Athleticon is not only it's postponed and rescheduled for April 2022. The exact date that it's going to be held is not clear yet, but it will not be held this year, October, like it says on their website. I would assume that they made the changes on their website already. Like I said, we don't know the exact date, but it will not be held this year. The inaugural event will be held in April 2022, which is, actually, I'd like to see it being held this year, but I'm glad that it's not being held, or at least the IFBB will not sanction it, so it can't be held on the same date as the Olympia. You don't want to have another major bodybuilding show held on the same weekend as the Mr. Olympia. My hat's off to the IFBB for not allowing this to occur. You know, it's best for the athletes. I'm sure there are a lot of athletes that will be competing in the Olympia that would also like to be competing in the Icon World Classic. And obviously, if you have them on the same dates, you can't be in two places at one time, and that would eliminate any possibility of athletes that are competing in the Olympia to compete in this show. And I'm sure Athleticon Icon World Classic wants to have the top bodybuilders in the world in that show. And push comes to shove, and there's a choice on if you have to make a choice on which stage you're going to step on. Is it going to be the Olympia or the Icon World Classic? I would think it's safe to assume that if you force an athlete to make a decision, they are going to go with the Olympia. So, in essence, it would hurt the Athleticon, the Icon World Classic. Okay, to conclude this video, Athleticon Icon World Classic will not be held on the same day as the Olympia this year. It will not be held this year. The inaugural event will be held in April of 2022. When I find out more information, when I know of an actual specific date that it's going to be held, I will make a video informing you. And that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Also, if you go into the description box, you will find several links there. One link is to Species Nutrition, the best nutritional products out there on the market. And another link you'll find there is to Mr. Potts Protein, the best protein-packed snacks you're going to find out there. Make sure you click on both links, check out both websites and all their great products. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.